Welcome and thank you everyone for attending Diamond IT's virtual seminar, Is Client Data Powering Your Business? My name is Luke Russell. I'm both the General Manager for Diamond IT and I'll be the host for today's seminar. This is going to be the first in our series of seminars, and today we'll be focusing on an accountant's historic relationship with their client's data and how shared access to this data is no longer a mutually exclusive value proposition for the contemporary accountant and client alike. When we think about the power of data, today's seminar is going to be as much about highlighting the commonality of client desire and accountant constraint across the breadth of financial service customers that Diamond IT are supporting, as it is about demonstrating how technology can be a powerful lens through which deeper and more impactful insights into your client's business can be observed, and how access to this technology can positively change the types of engagements with your customers. Specifically, we're going to spend some time today showcasing how to help your clients build a complete picture of their data, how to erode the barriers between financial and non-financial performance metrics, how to provide greater data transparency to your clients, and how customised dashboards can provide you with a comprehensive and quality set of data insights to build your advice. If that sounds interesting at a macro level and you also want to learn a little bit about the fundamentals of data analytics and technology such as Power BI within this context, then stay with us for the next half an hour. With that said, let me begin by introducing and sharing a bit about today's speakers. We're also joined by Geoff Moten, Diamond IT's resident software advisor and expert in transforming business practices using data analytics and business intelligence technologies. With over 30 years experience as a consultant, Geoff has combined software development, system analysis, software architecture, database design, and system administration with project management and people management for companies in Australia and North America. I'd like to briefly represent the common themes and challenges within the current business environment that Diamond IT is consistently supporting its financial services partners to overcome. When we talk to our customers in the accounting industry, these three key themes unfailingly present themselves. It has been our repeated experience that when corporate thinking shifts from data being a low value business byproduct to a recognition of data being a critical organisational asset, and when that thinking is coupled with a modern and appropriate approach to technology, that transformative things can really happen for business. Some people would have heard the old adage that data is the new oil, but like oil, the value is not found in the raw data itself. Rather, it's created when that data is gathered and connected to other meaningful information in a way that's easily accessed so that questions can be asked and decisions can be made.
Thank you for that introduction, Luke. Diamond IT regularly receives requests from both accounting and non-accounting customers seeking ways to improve their financial reporting and gain more timely access to what's happening across their own or their customers' business. The research conveys a strong demand from small to medium enterprises for their accounting partners to provide more high-value financial planning advisory support on top of orthodox accounting services. For those practices not yet on this path, there'll be challenges ahead. The solution is to utilise tools and services designed to solve this problem. Working with our accounting partners directly, we know the work required to collate and analyse data from disconnected sources, then turn it into meaningful information, is becoming more and more time consuming. And this takes them away from providing higher value services to their clients. We see the same issue recognised in academia, for example, by Rob Nixon, the well-known business coach to accountants. The solution, therefore, is to introduce data automation to load, transform, combine, and clean raw data consistent, with the business rules of the organisation. So like the rest of the world, your clients will be seeking fast, personalised services while also demanding greater transparency and value for money. and that is probably no surprise to everyone here. The need to stay ahead of the competition is real and is an ongoing concern for many accounting practice owners. If only around a quarter of practices recognise the need to offer that broader mix of services to meet that demand, those that fail to respond to the shifting customer sentiment will be vulnerable to losing customers and revenue. Conversely, however, those that sense the change in the market will be in a strong position to thrive. This new democratisation of data, coupled with the change in expectations from clients, presents a great opportunity for practices that embrace the technology.
Absolutely. Thanks, Geoff. I think it's really important to understand the landscape and hear what's on the mind of the professionals that you personally are working with the industry, and how that connects directly to the broader environment as it's represented in the sector research that you've spoken to and shared with us. Thinking back to the key discussion points in today's seminar, I might just ask a question for you at this point. How could a client's investment into technology such as business intelligence help accountants provide more value to their clients, starting with that concept of building a complete picture of their data?
Thanks for that, Luke. That's both a broad and a deep question. So for the moment, I'll stay away from the tech speak. In an accounting context, there are many data sources that can contribute to building a complete picture of the business. In addition to the standard accounting software, these typically include file-based sources such as Excel workbooks, CSV text files, things that need to be that require a lot of manual processing, and could also include the client CRM system, or even PDF files that are received from external providers. The challenge that accounting firms face is turning these ever-expanding amounts of data and number of sources into something of value to the client. The beauty of a technology like Microsoft Power BI, for example, is that it is dedicated to amalgamating large volumes of data from a wide variety of sources, transforming and enriching it into a coherent database that enables insights, relationships, and trends to be exposed in a very friendly way. The example we see on screen demonstrates interactive filtering of information by selecting part of a visual with other visuals cross-highlighted. Individual charts can then be drilled into, expanded, and to enable the underlying data to be viewed in far richer detail than you can achieve through a conventional report. When we go back to the report, we can see that apart from drilling into data, we can also look at slicing it by categories, and in this case, we're seeing it sliced by state, which gives a new perspective on information. So instead of reading a static report, Power BI delivers new perspectives, depth, and context to the data, allowing your customers to really explore the operation of their business.
Great. So, Geoff, what we were seeing there, I guess, was a practical demonstration of how that technology can enable that shared ambition of accountants and their clients to spend less time gathering and sifting through data and spend more time analysing and thinking about the big picture. It's really good. I'll just pick on something. You mentioned a new perspective as you're talking to one of the previous slides. How can aggregating non-financial data help in that area?
Look, most companies will measure and monitor traditional key performance indicators such as sales, cash flow, profit margin, etc. However, the expectation that businesses have of their accountants is evolving. Clients are expecting a more holistic approach, with more firms wanting to incorporate non-financial metrics into their thinking that enrich the standard financial KPIs. This video shows a user interacting with a fairly standard Power BI report, showing sales, breakdown over time, product and geography. This report also includes a high-level customer satisfaction metric, which looks pretty good across the whole organisation. However, if we start to filter the data by geography, you can see that different customer satisfaction patterns and sales growth numbers are clear. This report now on screen is a traditional product analysis, and you can see that by selecting categories and subcategories, we can fine-tune our view into what's happening in the organisation and quickly filter down by time as required. This third report is a different view. It shows how some simple customer categorisation, for example, gender, occupation, family status, etc., can be used as a lens to view sales data. So we're moving away here from the standard metrics that we're used to, and we're starting to look at our sales performance from a different angle.
Okay, and Geoff, I think that connects really neatly to the next discussion point, one of the key themes we mentioned at the start of the seminar. You showcased some interactive dashboards earlier. How can those support an accountant or financial services partner to provide greater data transparency for their clients and in turn help them stay ahead of the competition?
The customers they want more information, and as you said, in a more timely fashion and with greater transparency. So those interactive dashboards provide this, and if everyone will indulge me, I'll just dip into the technology a little to explain how it all comes together. Power BI is a secure cloud-based service that enables custom reporting to be accessed from multiple devices and multiple locations. Everyone with the appropriate authorization can see the same data at the same time. And once a data model has been created and published, it can be automatically refreshed from the various underlying data sources. The data sources can be cloud-based, on-premise databases, or, as mentioned earlier, just straight files. In essence, Power BI enables you to capture the unique IP of an accounting practice in those transformations, calculations, and visualizations, and provide that as a value-added service to customers. And that data is accessible simultaneously by both the customer and the accountant in a transparent and basically an easily transparent manner.
Okay, that's a great representation of the art of the possible, I think. And Geoff, if I can circle back to you at this point with one more question. How do they support accounting firms that have ambitions to elevate the types of engagements they're having with their customers? And how would an organisation or an accounting firm like that get started?
I guess to put it simply, the first step is to think visually. We shift our focus away from numbers to data visualizations, and that in turn shifts the conversation from static reporting, even if there's charts and other imagery in it, it's still static. By moving to an interactive environment, it's shared and it enables a greater amount of engagement, because it allows both the accountant and the client to see what's going on inside the business rather than just looking at the numbers. And since every organisation is different, and a great advisor can understand what drives the business, by using an interactive tool, it can bring those reports to life and bring those operational and business drivers together in a way that people haven't yet experienced.
Okay, well, I think just looking at time and that final message, I think that looks like a good point on which to bring the seminar to a close today. I'd like to thank everybody who's attended today, but we've really only scratched the surface on the fundamentals of data analytics and technologies like Power BI and how they can benefit both the accountants and the customers alike. For anyone who'd like more information on any of the topics that we've discussed today, I'd strongly encourage you to connect with us for a more in-depth discussion on how we can create a customised solution that will suit both yours and your clients' needs. Our details are on the screen, and as we said earlier, the presentation will be made available for anyone who hasn't been able to attend in full today. Thanks again, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on the next seminar.